decorators and a microphone. The UK's first painting and decorating podcast with Trev and Ryan.
Wham all the way up.
It's okay.
I'll trust you. I know I shouldn't, but I will.
No.
Hello.
I made that mistake before.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi. You alright? We're video today.
And
We're not only A, we are also a bit of V.
and also we're not in the shedio.
No, we're in my bedroom, old bedroomio.
The bedsteadio. Anyway, how are you?
Alright, good week.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Joe because I sent him an invoice. So 2.5 days last week. Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Painted a garage door from white to red in Caprol, Paint Shack, big up, Steve Collins. And then I've done like a little wall. Gave him half a day. He gave me a little 30 quid bonus on
Did he?
those days. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, so thank you very much, Joe. I'm sure this will be about 3 weeks later when this actually goes out.
Why did you say that?
Well, you're a bit unreliable on the.
Well, we have sort of gone a bit astray. I don't know why.
Just need to focus back up.
But apart from that,
Yeah, what have you been up to?
why did it sound so wicked?
I can't, honestly, I was going to ask you to turn my headphones up. No? 3.
Is that better?
Just one thing, I know, like,
This always makes a good podcast.
yeah.
Mess around with the levels. We
So-
should really do this before we start.
So, I noticed you done with John Mears, jmears.co.uk, give it a read, well worth it.
Especially this week.
You've done one of his interviews with a decorator.
Yes.
Just the thing I've got to ask you to do, because we've got some in-jokes now within the podcast.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and various other things.
Yes.
Don't need to tell people that it's a reference to the podcast when you make the reference, because that's the point of a reference.
What have I
that
done
only
then?
certain
What have I
people
done?
get.
Hang on a
Well,
minute. Ryan's got his phone out. He must have made
You've
some
done it.
notes.
I didn't make notes. I'm going to click over it now. But
Bear with me. Well, Ryan finds the offending item, apparently. Here we go.
But it's just like I said, we just had an interview with Graham Mack, our old station manager, podcast radio. I don't know I can't remember what it is you said.
Oh, with Graham?
Yeah, but I said the example is like going, may the force be with you, and then going, oh yeah, that's a reference to Star Wars. If you've ever seen Star Wars,
But you can't really relate Star Wars to our podcast, can you?
well, no, I'm not relating Star Wars to our podcast. I'm relating making a reference and then saying that it's a reference is a bit of a.
Yeah, but some people won't know what we're talking about.
That's the point. That is the point.
Oh my god, it's a memes podcast all over again.
Yeah, I know. People like that.
Yeah,
Play the memes and I'll get.
yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, you might have done his interview with a decorator, but I can't. Oh, there you go. I found it now. I can find it on his website. It was further down.
We're taking it down.
Buy Ryan a bloody van in brackets. Podcast reference.
Well, there you go. That is, isn't it? Otherwise, they think, well, why is he saying buy Ryan a van?
Why is he saying that? I know what I'll do. I might listen to his podcast and find out, maybe.
Well, you say that. Do you think? I just think, what's he writing that for? The bloke's an idiot.
Just one more thing. One more thing.
Does it relate to
That's
Star
a
Wars?
reference to Columbo, by the way.
Yeah, what? Oh, that's it. That was your joke. We'll see.
So what have you been painting? What have you been doing? Seeing as though we are
Too decorated.
extensively
Yes.
decorating podcasts.
Well, we now. I'm working in a house doing hall stairs and landing for this builder that I met at the breakfast morning.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately the customers moved back in. They're both solicitors for banks, so you can imagine
Complete bankers.
both of them, him and her, both solicitors. I mean, I think it's a posher word than solicitor. What's the other word from a
Barrister.
something like that. Anyway, I don't think they're short of a bubble tea. I'll tell you what they do.
You've probably been to court more times than me, to be fair.
I tell you what, they don't like talking, The most I got spoke to the other day was, would you like me to leave the front door open? And that was it.
And that's a real
All
bugbear
day.
for you, isn't it?
Well, just be polite. He walks past me in the hallway, and that's it. Nothing. Not, how's it going? Are you winning?
Maybe you just want us to leave you alone and let you get on with it.
Okay.
You know, it's a difficult thing sometimes. I'm more of the thinking that you can pick up on whether a customer's wants to chat or doesn't want to chat, and I just go along with him. If you don't want to chat, that's fine. I'll stick my headphones in. I'll listen to a podcast.
He doesn't want to chat. In
music.
fact, he doesn't even want to say, would you like a drink?
But at the moment,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be accepting or offering drinks to people that are in your home.
I know that, but it'd just be nice to be able to refuse one, wouldn't it? For them to offer, and you say, no, I can make my own. Or no, yes, I've got a cup here.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I see
And
what
at
you're
the same
saying.
time, at the end of the day, you're still getting money out of these people. They can be as rude as that's my thinking a lot of the time. Is they can be as rude as they want. They can do whatever as long as I get their money. At the end of the day, it don't bother me.
Yeah.
Because you gonna be best friends with them after you've done the job.
Probably not.
You're gonna go back around there.
Probably
They want
not.
you around there.
Probably not.
Exactly. Why does it fucking matter?
Well, it'd just be nice to be treated as
You're
human
just a
being.
grumpy old man.
It'd just be nice
But to some people, you're legitimately not. And the way you get over that is by rinsing more of their fucking money.
Well, I can't, can I? Because I'm working for the builder.
Yeah, well.
Another thing.
Oh, and is this because my point when you brought this up was you were saying that he keeps trying to pull you about to other rooms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So you're there under contract by the builder.
I'm there. I've given the builder a price to finish the hall, stairs and landing, and now Mr. Project Manager has come along and now wanting me to do other jobs that I've not priced for, and I've had to try and educate him.
Could you just do the bedroom first?
Yeah, no, I'm here to do the hall. Yeah, but the bedroom, my daughter hasn't stepped in the room. Well, to be honest, that's not my problem. I'm here to do the hall, stairs and landing.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to do.
I will give you a price, and
Yeah.
because you're a bit of a twat,
You'll probably get
you'll
charged more.
probably get a bit more money.
And the other thing is the bathroom. The bathroom he's doing. I said, well, I'm happy to do the bathroom, but we have to be done on day work. I'll have to sort out with the builder. Well, Kevin's given me a price. Well, that's fine. If
Yeah.
Kevin's given you a price, unfortunately,
I need
Kevin
to get a
hasn't
price
told
off
me
of Kevin, yeah.
if I'm allowed to do it or he's going to pay me.
Yeah, or if he's getting someone else in because
Yeah.
it's a less critical part of the house,
Exactly.
could go for a cheaper decorator.
Yeah. So,
Basically, mate, fuck off.
and another thing was this. So yesterday I disappeared early to go to pick up some materials from the paint shack. Big up Stephen Collin.
Windlesham.
And then I get a phone call from the builder saying I've just turned up on site. You're not here. I said, well, yeah, I'm going to get materials a little day. He said, well, it looks like the bathroom has only had one coat. I said, well, no, it's had two. It's had a mist and one coat. He said, well, have you not finished it then? He said, because the floor's going down on Wednesday, a couple of days' time. I said, no, it needs a final coat. I said, but there's no point in me putting a final coat on the walls. I said, until the toilet's been fitted, the shower screen's been fitted, the sink's been
There'll be
fitted.
silicone all over the bloody
you
walls.
think,
And
Oh, yeah, good idea. Do you think it's for me as a decorator to tell the builder that it needs a final coat?
I would have gone in there and go, I'll put the final coat on for you now, Kev. And then when it's all knocked about, well, yeah, I can put another coat
Yeah,
on there for you, Kev, but it'll be another
I
half day.
shouldn't have to be explained to a builder, should I? But, there you
But
go.
this, I think, boils down more to the point that we always talk about, that is, no one really knows what is involved in
Well,
decorating.
he must know. He's a builder.
But he obviously doesn't. It doesn't matter if he must, but he obviously doesn't. So it just shows the
Yeah.
problem that we got with no one knowing.
Or maybe I'm just too intelligent, and he expected
I
me
doubt that.
to have put two coats on there, and then to go and put a third or fourth coat. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yes.
So you're still at this job. You've been there now, what?
No, I've been there a week. Yeah, but the first 3 or 4 days I was doing jobs I wasn't meant even there to do. So
Yeah.
I only really got
Obviously,
started.
I'm only giving you a little bit of jip for it.
I only really got started yesterday doing it. So yeah.
Well, we're at a job now that's going to be a couple of weeker full house, but it's two bedrooms and a dressing room.
That won't take long.
Well, no, I
Are
mean,
you spraying all traditional?
sprayed the ceilings out. Well, we sprayed the living room and kitchen ceiling out yesterday. Cappadin and Amphibolin.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, I know Steve wants us to stop talking about Paint Shack, but we use all of their fucking paints. There's not much way that we can't talk about them.
Oh yeah, talking about that, I had a phone call from AXO, not from AXO, but for AXO yesterday.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Right.
You last year you answered a few questions. Wondered if you'd be interested in answering some more questions this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, but I hope it's not to do with using their paints because I don't really use
Not
too
really
many anymore.
touched Asco products. In the last Dulux product I used was that Weather Shield masonry
Where was
exterior,
that?
the oil-based stuff in
Oh,
Farnborough.
that Polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the last Dulux thing I used properly was that charity job we did in Battersea.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Well, Joe was cleaning out his garage the other day, and he pulled out, I can't remember which way round it is, but I think he pulled out a load of Jono's vinyl mats and a few Dulux vinyl mats and stuff. Apparently they all stank, like unusable, had to throw them out.
Yeah.
Granted, they were like 2 or 3 years old.
Like of ammonia and that.
The only one that didn't, Supermat.
Really?
Apparently Supermat. I think it must just be the contracts. It must be the vinyl that breaks down in the.
We did nip round there on Saturday to see Joe after we went to the paint shack.
Yeah.
For a little spraying.
It was quite interesting, that SF23, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The amount of overspray that you get on it is minimal, nothing.
So
We
yeah,
were using- what was it?
we'll talk about that in a
Nespri
minute. Should we talk
Max.
about that in a minute? I was just talking about Joe's garage and the state of his van.
Yeah.
It was poor old Joe had after the garage out across all the neighbours' flipping parking spaces. It was one of those where you think I've just got to grin and bear it.
Yeah, I'm too far into it now. I need to finish it.
But it's a lovely feeling once you've done it.
Yeah, the van is just a lot easier to work out of
Yeah.
now.
And it's like I don't know if you've heard, but I've got a little yard now.
Don't know if he's told you.
And yeah, it's great because you can go in there, nice and relaxed starts of the day, pick your materials, get what you need, and now I've got electric. I can have
And then
a cup of coffee.
by about 10 o'clock, you start making your way to the job.
And then you think, well, they're not going to really talk to me, so then you can turn around, go back to the yard and do a bit of spraying. But anyway, talking about this Wagner FS23.
SF.
SF, that's what I said, didn't I?
FS.
SF.
SF.
Yeah, what's it saying?
SF23.
Oh, and we
It's
used
a
it with
diaphragm, isn't it? We used it with Nespri Max.
Nespri Max with a double X.
Yeah.
And it was Nespri Max apparently is meant to be used with a heated hose,
Yeah.
but we didn't.
We didn't, and it still came out really well.
Cool.
It covers really well. The opacity is quite good.
Spray's lovely, isn't
Sprays out lovely.
it? No, I don't know whether how much of that is to do with the
Apparently,
spray.
you can juice it down a bit as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot to do with the paint as well. Because
Yeah.
me and Joe chatted to Colin. We went around there yesterday. We had a bit more of an in-depth chat about the Nespri Max itself.
Yeah,
Class 1 scrubbable, but
Yeah.
German Class 1, which apparently is better than our Class 1.
yeah.
Yeah, it covers really well, but apparently they don't get much of it. So we're talking about it. Don't go and buy it because we want it. Apparently they've only got a pallet at a time in because they've not got enough room.
Why?
to be-
It's not cheap either, is it?
No, it's about as much as I'm fiddling, I think.
£92, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, but
Juices down very well.
if you want to see it spraying, I think I'll put a Instagram post up. Did you?
Yeah, I didn't know, but Vicky did as well.
Vicky
Smith
Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look on
Smith
her.
Nichols is something else, isn't it? Isn't that a...
I don't know.
I thought that was something else.
I don't know. But no, look on her
Instagram
page as well because she put some up, and I think she's spraying out a new build this week with it as well. What?
Took you a while to remember that one.
New build.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have a look on. She'll put up some posts about
Yeah.
spraying with it. So, but yeah, that SF23 is a lovely machine.
I completely forgot what I was going to say. We're very low energy today. We just had an hour-long conversation with Graham Mack, so we're
This is our second podcast
Yeah.
of the day. Also, what's bothering me is Aidan outside cutting our hedge.
well, can't fault the bloke for working while we're sat in here doing
do you
nothing.
mind?
Say, worker, would you give it down? We
Yeah.
tried to create some media
Yeah.
entertainment for the guys.
You're just disturbing my creativity.
Have we got any emails from anyone?
Fucking
You got
no.
a big stack of papers there. Does that actually say anything on it?
Right, this is the interview questions from John,
Oh.
which I've already...
Great. We went through those last week, didn't we?
This was a script for a...
So you just put the
YouTube
papers
video.
there so you seem a bit more important when now we're on video.
Exactly. And this is some things to do for YouTube. So
Oh, nice.
nothing that could really
Nothing
help
that
us.
could save us.
Oh, I've got some tips here.
Go on.
This will probably be any as good for a podcast. You're meant to pick topics. Why does it sound so echoey? That will make you laugh, cry, think, groan, educate, and entertain. Have we ticked any of those boxes so far?
Grown. Definitely grown. Cry.
Think, why the fuck am
Yeah.
I listening to this? Educate.
I like how you stopped yourself saying shit after you said fuck.
Yeah.
It was very...
Well, I do find shit's more offensive than
Is
fuck.
it?
Yeah, fuck's sort of you throw fucking, don't you?
Yeah.
Shit's. Educate. I think we've ticked that box.
Yeah.
We've educated on the SF23. So entertain. I don't think we've ever hit that level.
No.
Do you? So
No. Have you thought any more? Because you were going to spray a ceiling the other day. Did you spray it or not? When was the last bit of spraying you done?
yeah, I did that bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it come out a treat.
Good.
This is the bathroom where matey was keeping on to me because the floor was going down.
Nah.
So yeah, I did it on Fridays. I did it on a Friday.
I seriously reckon that I think I've said this before, but your best bet is to just get yourself a big tub of amphibolin for your ceilings.
Yeah.
12.5 litres, you can juice that down to 20 quite easily.
Yeah.
Quite easily 50% you can juice that down.
Amphibolin.
Not amphibolin,
No,
Capidin.
yeah, I was going to say don't
Yeah,
tell
don't-
me to
don't
thin
put-
amphibolin.
don't
'cause
thin
I've done
amphibolin,
that
sorry,
and that
Capidin.
went wrong.
So you can thin out Capidin, so it's I think 40 quid for 12.5 litres.
Yeah.
But you can thin that out to 20 quite easily.
Yeah.
We do. So that's 20 quid for a 10 litre of
Yeah.
contract mat, which is pretty good. But it's then thin enough that little 150 will handle it.
Right. Well, I use a 250 anyway to do the bathroom ceilings.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying about using the 150 to give you more confidence, is because there's less going wrong. So
Yeah.
if you're listening and you're thinking, do I get into spraying, blah blah blah, and most of the time I'd say if you're like a professional decorator, spend more money first, get a nicer machine. But if you're really not confident, if you don't have someone else there with you to sort of help you through it, buy a little Wagner 150. It's not going to last forever, but they're like, what, 200 quid?
I think up to 300 now,
No.
399. So they're getting there. They were. They were.
399.
Yeah, they were 299 when they first came out. £300.
Maybe ask Colin. Is not in relation to Paint Shack, 'cause this is something he's doing out of Paint Shack, I think. But because he's got a load of 150s, I'm sure he'd happily lend you one or sell you one cheap.
Yeah.
So get yourself hold of a 150, because they're not scary machines. You turn it on, you turn it off. You prime it, and then you turn it into spray, and then
And really, the only way you can make any difference to the spray pattern is by thinning the paint.
yeah.
So if
and
nothing
the
else,
Capidin is thin enough as it is.
yeah.
You're thinning the paint and changing the tip.
So yeah. So
But you'll have that. It's such an easy machine to clean out because it's a hopper. So you just need to pour the paint out of it, pour water into it. There
Yep.
you go. That's it, pretty much cleaned. There's no pressure settings to adjust or play with. Like I say, you turn it on, prime it, turn it into spray, and then you're off spraying. Capidin goes out thin enough that you can put it on, and it's a good enough product that one coat of spray will do a ceiling.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking about using it for.
What?
Are those? I've got these spindles to do this job.
That's where I think the other really good thing of it will come in, is doing woodwork, because it's such a small machine.
Yeah. Because
They're tiny. They're like a foot by 10 inch.
I was going to use an XVLP, but I think I might try.
My thing with those XVLPs is, and I've heard this from a few people, I've heard this from 2 other people and myself saying this. It's the 5000. It's a really good little machine, but it's real finicky to get a nice finish.
Yeah.
To get a nice finish, you probably have to sit
Tune
there
it
and dial it in properly.
Yeah. And I'm thinking I might use. It's perfect for priming.
Mm.
So I might use the XVLP to prime them, and then use the 150 to. It's going to be 2 different days, isn't it?
Okay.
So
I was going to say, why are you cleaning out 2 machines in a day? Just use the one. But
also,
go on.
I've sprayed the ceilings on this hall stairs and landing.
Yeah.
Undercoated the woodwork yesterday. Well, undercoated. I'll give it an adhesion primer.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you reckon with the walls? Roll them or spray them? You've been to the job, haven't you? You've seen it.
Yeah, I'd roll them if you sprayed the ceiling, because then you've got to spend the time taping up the ceiling, which is just a pain in the arse.
Yeah. So the biggest thing I've got ready to spray there is the spindles.
Yeah. How do you, bearing in mind that I now don't particularly work much with you anymore, but how would you keep employees employed, or if you got subbies or people that are self-employed that work for you all the time?
Yeah.
How do you keep them sweet and stop them going anywhere after you've trained them?
This was a question went on our forum the other day.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. It was quite a popular one as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's why I decided to speak about it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I think the secret really is to years ago when I was at Travis, I went on a management training schools.
Jesus, do they have management training at Travis?
Well, yeah, you do wonder sometimes of some of the managers. But I went there and we did cover this subject: what motivates people to stay in their job, and I always thought it was money.
Yeah,
but it's not a lot of it. The main factor for people staying in their staying in their jobs is the people they work with.
Yeah, there's the people. If you hate the people you work with,
yeah. So it's not money at all. The main factor is the people they work with. So with that in mind, I'd say yes. I'd say it's just be a nice guy. Treat your blokes well. Pay them when you say you're going to pay them. You know, just
don't be a dick to them. Basically,
look after them.
I'd rather. I'm quite lucky where I've got both of those things. I like the person that I work for, and I'm also making decent money. But I have been in that spot before where I've been making decent money, but I hated the job. I just quit. It's just there's no point.
Yeah. I think it is, and treat them well. It don't, like you said the other day with the extra 30 quid. But you didn't say it on here, did you? You said it to Graham, did you?
No, I thought I said it on here.
I can't remember. Yeah, but you get extra 30. It goes a long way. It's not.
Yeah, it does go a long way.
It doesn't break the bank, but it does make a difference.
Yeah, it's not the hugest thing in the world, but it's. Oh yeah, cheers. I appreciate that. A big thing that I was always quite keen on when I started labouring. I started out on like £75 a day, like pittance, but that was no experience. I'd worked in a builder's merchant before.
Yeah.
That's the experience that I had before I started that. I remember going on my first day to the first job. He goes, chuck a gauge in the mixer. What's a gauge? How do I gauge it? What am I doing? I've never once knocked up cement in my life.
Yeah.
And, but then within 3 months, when he's not having to shout at me every 5 minutes to get another gauge in the mixer or bricks over here, he goes, you've learnt a bit more now, here's an extra £5. And then another couple of months down the line where he's like, you're cutting bricks now and they're not all wonky, they're square and they're straight and you can drive the machines, extra £5. Now you can lay a course here or there and I don't have to tell you where we're going next because now you know where we're going and you've already got it loaded out. There's an extra tenner.
Yeah.
So every time that I'm making him more money...
Exactly. It's exactly what I said to you.
Trickles down a little bit, yeah.
When you first started, exactly it. Once you can out-earn more money, then you're worth more money.
I think on the other end is that... I think you don't know when you start with someone, like as an apprentice or something like that you are actually quite... You'll have the mick taken out of you by tradesmen everywhere, but you are actually quite vital as a labourer or as an apprentice or whatever, because the thing that I got told was that every second that he's not laying a brick or not got a trowel in his hand is moments that we're wasting money.
Yeah.
If he's waiting for muck or if he's waiting for bricks or if you're waiting to have the next room sheeted up or that bit taped or that bit rubbed down, it's money you're not making. It's money we're not making.
Trouble is, until you actually get further in, or we've done a few years, you don't understand how important you are.
Yeah.
You just think, this is a shit job.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a nipper up the road I was chatting. I said, you're going to have, a good 2 or 3 years of just getting real shit. Sweep this up, shovel this up, do this, stack those pallets. But then after that, it will be, there's a room in there that needs to get sorted. And that's all you have. It needs to get sorted. but then you'll know exactly what you need to do in there.
But
and
I
that's
think
a good feeling.
I think the advice you gave him was really good. You know, when you said to him about leaving his phone in the van.
Yeah, it's a lot of the time it's just showing it as well.
Yeah.
So just chuck it in, you leave it on the side somewhere away from where you're working, so they can see that you've not got it on you.
Yeah.
You know, wireless headphones is always a plus. So I don't have my phone on me. I put it on silent. I've got no reason to touch it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're built to do. They're built to draw your attention to them. That's the entire point of notifications and phones, is to pull your attention. Because the moment you're looking at their website or their service, they can serve you ads and they can make money.
Yeah.
So their entire thing is
to get your attention.
Yeah, and there's probably a good team of people that have got degrees in human psychology.
Yeah. And
figuring out how they can get you on it more.
yeah. But no.
So keep your phone out. Listen, if there's nothing to do, find something to do.
Yeah.
You're always better off doing something that doesn't need to get done than doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because at least you'll seem to be doing something.
I can't believe this turnaround in you.
What?
Well, this stuff I've been telling you, and you has actually gone in. Well, it was. I told you this ages ago that just look busy.
Don't be sat around.
Yeah.
I remember at one stage when I was labouring, I spent the day because I was trying to find stuff to do, but we were on a real wind down. I moved a pile of like scrap wood from one end of the yard to the other end of the yard and back again 3 or 4 times.
God.
I pushed a broom about the same room like 7 or 8 times, moved it from one corner, had it in my hand, walked over to the other corner, put it down, walked over to the other corner, put it down. Just doing mindless shit. But as long as they don't turn around in the corner and see you sat there leaning against the wall with your phone, staring at it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know.
And you can guarantee as soon as you stop, that's when someone will catch
Yeah.
you.
No, it's the bloody other day. Not that Joe cares, but it was more a thing that I thought in my own head. Because I was like, oh shit, I've just sat here on Facebook. But I had one notification on our forum and I was like, I'll have a quick look at it. It was like I had 1 meter of skirting left to do in this room, rubbing it down.
Yeah.
Quickly pulled it out and I tapped on the notification. He walks through the fucking door.
Sod's law.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. You can guarantee it. Absolutely.
Always happens.
But no, I think, definitely treat your people good.
And I think as well, because I see it on Facebook all the time and it irks me. It's like, my dopey apprentice stood around doing nothing. They've got to be told what to do all the time. Well, yeah, because they've been in it for fucking 6 months, a year, and you've been in it for 15. You know exactly what needs to be doing next. They don't.
Yeah.
They've got no idea what needs to get done
Trouble
next.
is, it's hard to think that way, isn't it? Sometimes the problem is not them. It may be you.
Yeah, it might be you. Not if he stood around all day doing nothing, then maybe you need to start telling him what to do more, because it's a confidence thing. It like boils down to that. If you've got the confidence to do something and either not worry if you mess it up, or know that you won't mess it up, then you're quite happy to take the initiative because you've got a bit of confidence in yourself that when you do take the initiative, it's not going to go wrong. But you don't have that at fucking 17, 18.
And it all takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You don't get it straight away. So I think sometimes you need to be a little bit more patient with them as well.
Yeah.
Just say, look, maybe.
Because a lot of the time they do want to learn and they do want to be there, but it's just they're on their phone because they can't see. They don't even know. It's not as if they know it and they're just ignoring it.
That's the difference
altogether. Yeah, they just don't even know that there's work to get on with.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know. It's like, they just don't know the order that things have to be done.
Like when we started, it was that room needs to get sheeted out because we're working in there first, blah, blah, blah. But now we get out of the van and like, where are you starting? I'll start in the living room and then kitchen after. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then I know exactly what needs to get done. I'll bust in there with sheets, throw the sheets out, mask up whatever needs to get masked up, do a little bit of filling and flick off some of the obvious stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll move into the kitchen while Joe's in there finishing off, or you're finishing off the prep in the living room. I can then move into the kitchen. Like, you get that rhythm, but if you don't know it from the off, how are you ever supposed to know?
I think it's all a time thing, isn't it? It all takes time to bed in and get used to each other, and
Yeah.
So it's not an easy process at all.
No, it's definitely not. But it's just like learning any job or anything, isn't it? Once you get it, you get it. But until you get it, you don't know it. You can't get it.
Yeah. Also,
go on.
Well, we're on about topics from the forum. What about Kev Steer and his
Oh,
Wool
yeah.
Rock. What the fuck was all that about?
I know. I think it was only 1 or 2 people. But, and as well, the thing is...
150 comments?
Was it?
Yeah.
Mostly from Kev, probably. Hello, Kev. Nah, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Some people just like to... I think that's why what we're going to do on the forum now is limit it to a certain amount of people. Because once it gets too big, you can't really control the conversation a bit and sort of tell people to calm down. And like, you know, he's working on his daughter's place with his daughter there. I think so.
Oh, okay.
What did you
I thought it was his own place, but
yeah, I know he's been at his daughter's for a couple of weeks doing bits here and there.
Well, maybe it was his daughter's, but
regardless, regardless, he's the only one there that's a decorator.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You can hang the wall rock horizontally. Do you know how much of a fucking pig that is? Have you ever tried hanging wall rock on your own horizontally?
Yeah, we did it together in that Horse House Land, didn't we?
Yeah. And that was a pig, because you got to hold the roll up with one arm, get it on the wall with the other, and sort of roll it down, trying to keep it level.
I can see what people are saying, that if you hang it horizontally, then people are looking for the join in the paper.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But at the same time, it's a personal project. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're acceptable and that you're fine seeing the lines, then crack on.
Why are you not wearing whites?
Because they're not decorators.
Yeah.
You just how much easier is it to hang things vertically than horizontally? Yeah. How much easier is it to hold the top 2 corners, let the bit of paper drop, and then smooth it down?
I think a lot of people were confusing. I think this is the issue. A lot of people were confusing hanging wall rock with hanging traditional lining paper. That's where I think the confusion come, because wall rock is wider. Yeah. Even the standard one, is it?
No. Yeah, 75 in it.
Can you get 600? I'm not sure.
50. I think you can get 55, 75s, and 100.
55 is a normal width.
Standard roll.
But we normally get 750 or metre.
750 or metre, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just think it was a lot of hot air.
Yeah.
For...
I'll tell you what, I done it, and I was papering this room, so I did do it horizontally. That makes sense. If you're papering over the top, you then, if the paper pulls apart, you don't want it to pull apart the decorative paper on the front, which makes sense. So I hung it horizontally, and it was maybe a good 9 metre flank. Started a metre up with the wall rock, a metre off the skirting at the top of it, one end. By the time I got to the other end, it was probably, being generous to myself, 900mm off of the skirting. I had a little bit of a dangle like that. But to be honest, I was trying my best to get that, and I do this for a living, and I still messed it up. You ask 2 girls that aren't even decorators, aren't even wanting to be decorators, sort of thing, to hang the heavy old rolls. They're double length rolls, aren't they? Yeah. Metre wide. They're heavy rolls to be pushing along the wall. Yeah. And if I fucked it up,
I just think it's a little. I don't know. I don't quite know why people.
Yeah. And that's the thing with wall rock as well, is that even if you can, alright, you can see the seams. Do you know what you need to do? Whack some filler over it, rub it back. Oh, God, there you go. Disappear.
You'll start a whole new thing off now about what's the point of doing it? But no, I think people were judging Kev on a custom of but and I don't care what you say. You don't put I don't. You don't put the same level of attention to working in your own home as you do working with the customers.
Yeah, true.
Do you?
I mean, I did the other day. My bedroom looks banging.
Yeah,
now.
But you're keen and young, and you probably would do. But
I'm a grumpy old cunt, so I don't bother.
And I've done it for years and years and years, and now
I've bodged work for 30 odd years in this house. I don't even remember how to do it properly.
No. See, then we're going to bodge. I'm not saying bodge. I'm just saying that it just needs. You don't put the same level of attention to detail.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Kev didn't do that, but I don't know. I just think he should, lay off him a little bit. He's teaching his girls, and he just needed a bit of.
Not doing any harm to anyone, is he?
Not really. No.
Big up, Kev. He's a long time listener,
and no one fucking died.
No,
did they?
No.
A
few knickers got in a few bunches, but
maybe people just need to chill out a little bit. It's
calm the fuck down.
And to be honest, it wasn't the forum for that discussion anyway.
No.
because it didn't have anything to do with
No.
the sort of reason the forum.
I
was set
think
up.
we need to rein in the forum a little bit.
Well, yeah, I think we yeah, it's definitely not a place for which brush is best, what paint is best.
Yeah.
Go to the Decorators Forum. Go to anybody other forum. Our forum.
Go annoy Andy Scott with your messages.
Yeah, ours is more for the business side of things.
Yeah.
For if you've got a problem with a quote, if you've got a problem with a customer, if you've got a problem with your marketing, any of those sort of things, more than happy to sort out. But to slag people off for hanging lining paper the wrong way round, or supposedly the wrong way round,
I said do it
it's not really
diagonally.
it's not really where
Because
we're at.
eventually people are going to get wise to the hanging it horizontally and are going to start looking, every
Yeah.
metre up. So the next stage is to hang it all at a 45.
Yeah. No, it's all a bit crazy
Yeah.
in my humble opinion. But yeah, any positives from the forum? What have we got out of it? What good
Yeah, there's
stuff?
plenty of positives. That first question about how do you keep people? Now you're going to make me scroll through it again, aren't you? He's interviewed John's interviewed some gardener for his decorator interview
How
things.
was he?
Yeah.
The bloke before that was really good, though.
Do you think that? So we're in a bit of a boom now because everyone's locked down and
Yeah.
blah blah blah, not spending money. We all know why. But when lockdowns eased and people have got all of this money,
Yeah.
then decide to start going on holidays,
Yeah.
do you think we're going to see a bit of a decline because everyone's now spending their money on holidays?
No, because they were going to go on holiday anyway, weren't they?
Yeah,
still
but that's what I'm saying, is that a lot of people who were going to go on holiday now have their holidays cancelled and think, oh, well, if we can't go anywhere, we might as well get the house decorated.
Yeah, but we thought that with the lockdown, didn't we?
What?
Well, that people were going to be doing their own decorating.
Yeah, true.
And like we said to Graham, I think a lot of people have tried doing their own decorating and realised that it's a little bit more difficult than they thought, and will probably willingly pay someone to come and do it for them. What?
Do you really make a post about what time do you get up? You're such an old git. You wake up at 5 o'clock because you need a slash. That's the only reason you're up.
Oh, I'm up late.
Momentum and energy. When do you have energy in the last bit of the day? You're normally on the sofa asleep by 6.
Why are you going through?
Because you asked me if there's anything else positive we've got off the forum, so I
Yeah.
was giving it a quick flick through. Let's
Yeah.
see. You got 7 reasons here. The world doesn't disturb you. I tell you what, it doesn't disturb me either when I'm asleep at 9 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Well, so you can both agree on then.
You can. Well, I don't get this one. You can outsource daily tasks so others can start immediately working for
Yeah.
you.
So if you've got people in your offices, you can get up early, send them an email, so when they come into the office, they can then get on with what you've assigned them for the day. Their
but
daily
if
task.
I'm a night owl, I've sent them that email at 2 a.m, and they've got their tasks for the day, and I can still stay in bed until 9-10 o'clock.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe not a good example, but
Gives you momentum and energy for the rest of the day.
yeah.
But
It's
I
the
don't-
best part of the day.
I don't. But I would be just as productive as you are in the morning at 2 in the morning for me.
That's why we're such a good team, because you didn't want to come to work till about 11 o'clock, and I wanted to go home about 2 o'clock, so it's perfect. And I wanted to be at work at 6 o'clock.
You can
So yeah, what?
you can see the sunrise, which is inspiring.
It's beautiful.
You sit with the shed door shut. What are you on about, sunrise? You sit out there with a cup of coffee and a fag and watch the sunrise over the houses.
I've got a webcam.
You have time, space, and clarity to think about your strategy, vision. Where did you copy and paste these from? This is not you. Strategy, vision, creativity, and solving meaningful problems. I've never heard you say a sentence like that in my life. It
Ryan.
teaches you discipline. How does it teach you discipline? What? Mr. fucking Miyagi. I must wake up early and give you a discipline.
Why are you taking the piss out of our Facebook for being?
I'm not taking the piss out of you.
I never wrote that.
Yeah, you did I? Unless there's another Trevor Mangan who's the admin on there that posted it.
Oh, I must have been feeling particularly. When did I write that? I must have
I
been-
just said one day.
yeah, I must have been feeling particularly inspired.
Um,
Right, let's move on from
No,
me.
let's-
it's
hold
not
on.
all about me.
right. world does definitely not disturb me at 2 a.m.
Okay.
when I'm up.
Yeah, we've agreed that.
Gone over, gives you momentum and energy. I don't need energy to deal with anything because everyone's asleep past 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can get important tasks done first. I don't get that. I'll still do my important tasks first if I'm doing them at 7 a.m. or if I'm doing them at 10.
Yeah, but I think
They're still the first tasks that get done, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think you're more settled. It's a lot easier because
I can watch the sunset, which is even more inspiring. Or I tell you something even better than that: pitch black outside, nice clear night. You spend 20 minutes, half hour staring up at the stars. I feel pretty fucking inspired. See a shooting star go past. You could spot a satellite or two. That's always pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah. And fuck discipline. Don't need it.
We've never had that.
Nope. Way I was brought up. What have you learned this week?
That was quite good. That's a good one. That's a bit like your F1 news. I think that's good.
What do you mean it's a bit like my F1 news?
Well, because it's
You realise you're on camera doing that as well, by the way. He's picking his ear out with a Wagner pen, and we've got the webcam set up.
No, it's good. It's nice. It's interesting to see what people have learned. What
have you learned through this week?
Not to work for solicitors that work for banks. No, I mean, this is the trouble. I think that if you're working for builders, then you're a bit tied to their customers. So you don't really. Whereas if I'd have gone and seen this car, I'm not picking on the customer, but I said to Ryan, it's probably one of the only customers that you've not actually, however hard you try, you can't build rapport with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important. If I'd have gone and seen them and I'd not been able to build the rapport, then I'd probably think, well, you're probably not the customer I want to be working for.
Yeah.
So I'd have probably been either busy or putting a stupid price that if I did get the job,
you'd be happy to do it.
I'd be happy for them not to talk to me.
So you're a bit, but I feel like that as well is sort of a. But you can separate yourself from that because it doesn't matter if they like you or not, because at the end of the day they're not the ones paying you.
I don't know. If you were there or you had some company, it'd be easier. But in enough make the day go, you drag when you're there on your own. You know what I mean? If you've got no one there to have a laugh with, I mean, if I had something like Two Decorators and a Microphone podcast to listen to, I'd be laughing. But unfortunately, the only other thing I can listen to is something that make me feel a lot worse. Why is he from Birmingham?
What paintbrushes do you like? Do you use Dulux? Do you use a mini roller to roll over your cutting in when you've cut in a wall?
Sorry, we seem to have gone into the Brothers of the Brush podcast.
What whites do you like wearing?
Right.
What van do you drive?
Do you use electricity?
What's that? Are you allowed electricity with your power tools?
Right, come on.
Have you heard of these new thing called running water?
Right, stop.
Have you seen?
You started to enjoy this too
They've
much.
put toilets inside now. You don't have to go out in garden.
You soft southerner.
That was fun. I don't think I enjoy anything more than taking the piss out of Northerners. It's so easy. They get so rolled up as well.
Why'd you do it?
It's fun. It's just legitimate fun.
It's no offence. We're just having a laugh.
Yeah.
So,
Here we go. Guest appearance.
hello, mother's back. Wherever we go, you find us.
Yeah. Have coffee. You got a cup.
Yeah. Hang on.
Cheers.
I say to finish that hedge because it's disturbing our podcast.
No, he has not.
No.
Can you tell him to hurry up then, please?
No, he just left the hedge trimmer just out there on charge while he's gone home.
Oh, cool.
What was the other thing?
Well, it's making a lot of noise.
I'm gonna go stick it in my car then. It got nicked, Aidan. Sorry.
Dear. So,
Right. Yeah.
now we
After
finished
Brothers
taking the mick out. Well, Ryan's taken Brothers of the Brush. Where were we?
We a little interlude there.
Yeah.
Not only in podcast meeting and in house meeting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to go anyway.
Oh, is that the end?
Yeah, unless you got anything else to talk about. I reckon we need to cut these while they're still feeling fresh.
Okay.
We tend to wilt a little bit towards the end.
Well, they're feeling fresh. Well, we
Yeah.
should have stopped about 10 minutes in then. Right. Anyway,
Because I'm running. I don't know. It's hard at the moment because we're just sort of. There's a lot of work on. We're not really trying anything new. Painting and decorating show's been fucking cancelled.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, next year now it's going on.
Are you serious?
23rd to 24th, yeah. Yeah, so it's not going on this year.
I spoke to someone the other day and it said, "Do you think it'll be on?" Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. Oh, John,
Yeah.
I think I was talking to John about it.
Yeah, I think it's like I say, I saw it today. I saw it just now.
Fuck. Oh, great! The one highlight of the year that we all look forward to more than Christmas.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, which
So-
is unfortunate. So
So is that
any suppliers listening, whatever you bought for the painting and decorating show,
spend
yeah,
with us?
Send it. Yeah. Oh, spend it with us. That's a good idea.
Well, yeah, we're not doing it for
Yeah,
free.
let's
I've got a
get
desk to
ourselves-
pay for,
let's
Ryan.
get ourselves-
£700 I've got to get back. Oh God, we're inside. Mother might have heard. £7.50 this cost me. So yeah, if you want to get your any of your products promoted, or without
rigorously torn apart if they're shit. Don't send us anything that's shit because I will say it's shit and you won't like it.
yes,
Fucking Wagner goggles.
only confident manufacturers
Yeah.
get in touch.
You've got to be if you send it. That's the thing though. If they send us anything,
yeah,
then that's already a good track because they're already
they're
pretty confident in
that
it.
it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I mean. What's the point in sending a product to someone to review and they just say it's good because
Yeah, and if
What?
and go paint, go fuck yourself. We don't want you on it.
Go Paint.
Yeah, that people that got in touch with us.
No, that wasn't Go Paint. Was the weird like gel brush storage thing.
Oh yeah, go
This
fuck
is
yourself.
Splash.
That's shit too.
This is Splash. This is Splash.
Why is it people with stupid names have stupid products? Go
Yeah.
Paint, rubbish. Splash, pathetic.
Yeah. Splash is just millennial Farrow and Ball.
Yeah.
They can fuck off.
So great. That's two of them we've
Yeah.
eliminated. Have you got any music for the end of
Yeah,
the
I've got some music.
show?
Oh, I did
See
want
it-
to. I
see
did
it-
want to play a song called "Hit the Hooker" by Eazy-E,
No.
but you wouldn't let
No,
me listen
because
to it though. It's a good song.
Yeah, but you've had quite a good standard of end of show tunes now, so let's
Yeah.
keep it in that vein.
All right,
Because I don't know why it's become a thing, but obviously,
a
it has.
little signature on the end, just a bit of.
well, we've got a license to play.
Yeah, I figured you would have as we were talking about it.
Yeah, we
Done
have
that.
got a license to play music, so we might as well use
Might
it.
as well play it. Yeah. Anyway,
or start playing more music and less chatting less.
yeah. See you
Have a good
later,
one.
cunts. Have a good one.